Today at self-checkout, I was merely covering someone's break. And I have this Karen come over. As soon as she muttered her first words, I knew that she was going to give me a hard time. She comes over and she goes, "It's my first time doing this. I'm gonna need your help." And I'm like, all right, if you have any questions, I'll be here. I'll support you. And she goes, "Well, especially the items that don't have barcodes, like the produce, I won't know how to do those." I'm like, all right, when you get to that point, call me over and I'll show you an example. Well, of course, when you come over to self-checkout, you are checking out yourself. You do the entire labor. You unload your cart, you scan, you bag, you pay, you leave. But some people don't get that. Some people think that going to self-checkout means that you're bypassing other like employee manned registers and you're going to self-checkout and expecting for that person who runs self-checkout to assist you. And that's not the way it works at all. We have to supervise the lanes. And even if you're the only person in the area, we're not supposed to be there all up on your space. We just ain't. Period. The lady gets frustrated with herself. She starts saying, "I was trying to save some time. I was trying to save you all some work and time, but this isn't saving me any time." Because I showed her how to do her stupid ass produce, and you have to use the search button. And you either know the codes from memory and you punch them in and you're done, or you have to type in, know how to spell, name your items, find it, click on it, and it processes. Well, some people don't even know the name of what they're grabbing. And when it comes to that, that is a completely separate issue that you have. But thankfully, I actually do pay attention to what I do, what I get, what I have, what I sell. So I do know the names of our things. At some point, the lady also asked, "Can I get cash back over here?" And I said, yes. That was her question. Can I get cash back over here? She tries to get cash back that far exceeds the amount that very clearly we have posted right by the payment terminal, the limit of how much you can ask for. And then she's like, "It's not letting me do cash back." And I say, "How much are you trying to do?" And she said, like an excessive amount. And I said, "You cannot ask for that much. You can only ask for this much instead." And I point to the little sticker and she goes, "Well, I asked you if I can get cash back on this machine. It would have been nice to have known." At that point, I just ignore her. Well, like, I will never entertain a Karen. No matter how bad you get, how much of an attitude you have, how sarcastic you are, how much you personally attack me, I'm just going to stay quiet. I'm going to pretend that I didn't hear you. And if you ask me if I hurt you, I'm going to be like, "I hurt you. I have no comment." Because there's nothing fruitful that can come out of that. You're frustrated with yourself. I'm the professional. I'm not the one who needs any help. I'm fully trained on this system, on the main lane system, at the customer service system, and many other things that clearly you probably have not worked or have not worked this type of thing, and you just cannot figure it out because you're not trying to. When someone comes over and they say, "I'm going to need your help," when you phrase it like that, it means I want you to do it for me. I don't know what it is about some people, but especially old people, when y'all say that you need help with something, I can coach you, tutor you, guide you all day long. But in the end, you're still going to act confused. Like, you cannot figure out your phone. You cannot figure out how to fill out a paper. You cannot figure out anything. And I think it's because you just get really frustrated with yourself and you don't know how to have patience with yourself. And again, that is a you problem that you need to become aware of and not try to make the rest of us be responsible for your like failing capacity or whatever it is. Like, I value y'all. I owe a lot of who and what I am to older people, but some of you all are just tripping when it comes to very basic things. You don't even try. You just begin to drown when you are right there on the shore. That's the part that annoys me and frustrates me, when you don't even try. There's no ghost, it's Dusty leaving the room. But yeah, this lady was extremely rude, extremely frustrating. I didn't entertain her. I just let her continue to like spit out, and then she starts trying to intimidate me, I guess, by slamming her stuff, so she cannot accuse me of getting frustrated with her and thus I'm mistreating her groceries. It's, you're doing this to your groceries, your produce. You're bruising it. You're damaging it. It's getting damaged on your hands, not mine, because I actually do know how to be delicate. Another thing was that when she would continue her checkout process, she was like, "You're just standing right there and you're not helping me." And I'm like, "Do you have a question?" And she was like, what do I say to that? That is you having an attitude problem. Again, self-checkout. I don't have to do jack shit for you except run my credentials when the machine asks for it. But technically, I could go around and do a lap around the store and not have to worry about a damn thing. So just because you're used to other people being subservient to you doesn't mean that I'm obligated to. Like, you don't need my help in any way. You're not handicapped. You don't have like some kind of visual impairment to where you cannot operate this machine, in which case, if you did, you wouldn't be by yourself. Like, you just want for me to do the work for you because you don't want to go to a manned register because you're too prideful and you did not plan this shopping trip very well if you say that you're in a hurry, and you believe that going to self-checkout with a shit ton of produce means that the process is going to be faster than going to a well-trained professional on a human-run register. If you cannot see how this is a you problem, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know how else to illustrate it to you. But you just have to trust me that you can have an attitude all that you want. You can say sarcastic things about me all that you want. But at the end of the day, I'm the one who has the skills to get you out of here in a minute and a half. If only you had picked a human-run register. But again, you're Karen. You think that you live alone and that only your time is valuable. And you saying, "I was trying to save you all some time." We clock in to do work. We show up at that place ready to work. You shouldn't have to try to be considerate of us, because usually when you're trying to plan something for us, you mess it up. You're messing with the flow. So just stop. Go in there with the intent to shop and make decisions as to where you're going to check out wisely. And own your decision. Be fully accountable for it. And in the end, because checking out produce was so slow for her, she decided to skip out on 2 little pieces of like carrots, loose carrots. So I said, well, if this is going to save you all the time and trouble, then go right ahead. But she was leaving them behind, saying something like, "I don't want to buy the rest of this." And she said that 3 times. But in the end, she bought the rest of the things except for those little carrots. So if you don't have the patience with yourself to ring up some carrots that you just have to type into a touchscreen and look it up in the catalog, again, that is a you problem. You don't intimidate me. You don't affect me. When you're gone, I'm going to continue to have a great day, and my squad is going to treat me nicely. Other customers are going to treat me nicely as usual, and nobody is going to be upset about me manning my fort, womaning the fort like I'm supposed to, because everybody else understands that self-checkout is that you are servicing yourself. All right, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon.